Breaking news from the Big Podcast News Desk. I kid. Have you ever watched Fox News, though? It's like everything is breaking news. I'm not a Fox fan myself, but I'll see it when I'm in the gym or in the doctor's office or somewhere with the sound down. And always at the very bottom, Fox News alert, like everything. And when you do that too often, well, people stop paying attention to you. So I'm not going to do that too often to you. I did get a press release, though, and I think it's important to you. Certainly something that leads to an important discussion. It says this. It says, Lipson partners with Intercom to bring podcasts to Radio.com. Radio.com has quickly established itself as a leading platform for live and on-demand exclusive premium audio content across news, entertainment, music, and sports. And it goes on and on about how great Radio.com is. And is it that great? I don't know. Have I used it? No, I have not. Will I put my podcast up on it? Yes. And if you are on Lipson, your podcast is already there. To make sure, you can go into your Lipson dashboard, look at destinations where your podcast is being distributed. You should see Radio.com there. If you are not on Lipson, and if you're interested in that, I've got an offer for you. Use the code BIG, B-I-G. You'll get a free month. $5 is what it starts at. It's a good deal. If you're a podcaster, Lipson is a great service. But let's talk about the bigger concept, which is that it is good to be available as many places as you can. You may have seen podcasters talking about Luminary. Like, oh my God, they're using my stuff without permission. They're changing it. They're charging for it. Who cares? Who cares? Have a business model where it doesn't matter what somebody does with your stuff. Look, I come from the music industry. What happened to the music industry? Napster, Spotify. The game has changed. And when that happens, you find a new business model. You want something where people could steal everything that you put out as far as your podcast goes, and you still have an opportunity to make money. Look at Bill Gates. How many stolen versions of Word and Windows are there? Well, there are a lot. But it pays to be Bill Gates because so many people are using those stolen versions of Word and Windows. He's got all these computer companies licensing Windows. They pay him. That's how he's making his money. So it is good to be available as many places as you can, even if somebody is stealing your stuff. Will Radio.com be the next big thing in podcasting? I don't know. But it's an easy click for you to be there. It's not like the old days. You don't have to physically put your podcast on a tape, a cassette, a record, a compact disc, put it on a truck, drive it somewhere, have somebody find it, and purchase a physical copy of it. You do not need that. It's super easy to do, so why not do it? Spotify, second biggest podcast distributor. Until yesterday, I had never met anybody who listened to Spotify. Saw a guy at the gym, a friend of mine. I said, how do you get your podcast anyway? He said, Spotify. I said, man, you just blew my mind. You're the first guy that I've ever talked to. And I've talked to a lot of people who listens to podcasts via Spotify. But Spotify has a big audience. Why wouldn't somebody do that? That's why they're the second biggest distributor of podcasts right now. So put your podcast wherever it can. You never know what's going to take off. If you're doing your podcast right and you've got a business model behind it, maybe that one guy is all you need. So it's worth it. Click a button, get one guy, make money. That's what happens when you do it right. With that said, let me finish up by saying this. When you are promoting your podcast, don't give people every single option on where to get your podcast. Sometimes you go to a subscription page for a podcaster, and it'll say, I'm on Radio Public, and I'm on this app, and I'm on that app, and I'm on iHeart, and I'm on Spotify. When you go to my subscription page, and I'm going to give it to you right here so you can take a look at it. It's bigpodcast.com/subscribe. I give you three choices. One, if you're on iPhone. The second choice, if you are on Android. The third choice, that's if you want an RSS feed. That's just for completion, though. The main people that I'm going for and how most people do things, they're either on iPhone or they're on Android. The iPhone is going to take you to Apple Podcast. Why? Is it because it's the best podcast app? No, it's because everybody has it. The Android button, it takes you to Google Podcasts. Google Podcasts is on every Android device. Also, it's Google. It doesn't hurt to make friends with Google. You want to send all your traffic to one place. If I've got 100 people that I'm sending somewhere, if I send them all to one place, what's going to happen? All that energy is focused on one place, my podcast goes up the chart. So send people to Apple Podcasts, send people to Google Podcasts, give an RSS feed just for completion, for the guys like you, the pros, Who knows where you get your podcast? It doesn't matter to me. All I care about is that you listen. So go to bigpodcast.com/subscribe. Feel free to steal it, man. Steal my copy, steal the graphics, use it for your own podcast, make it easy for people to subscribe, and they will. But if you give them too many choices, it's the same we have in marketing. A confused mind always says no. So check it out, bigpodcast.com/subscribe. And while you're there, why don't you actually subscribe? Throw me a bone. Never miss an episode. I'm here all the time, giving you marketing tips, tricks, tactics, how to grow your podcast audience, make a compelling show, make something that people care about. Bigpodcast.com/subscribe will make sure that you never miss it. Do it now before you forget, and I will see you on the next episode of Build a Big Podcast.